I came into school really with no direction, didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what kind of community I wanted to be a part of. And I found my way to the Women's Center and found my way to this program. And I applied and I was accepted, and we read a book called Yes Means Yes. And that was really the beginning of a 4-year process of awakening and growth and community. Reclaim not only gave my life direction in terms of what I wanted to do with my life, what I wanted to do with my career and professionally, but it really gave me purpose. I feel like this is my purpose. I feel like this has been my purpose for 4 years, and I feel like it will probably always be my purpose. My purpose in life is to serve the role of fighting always for a violence-free world, and believing that each and every individual deserves a life that is free of violence, and always working, no matter what I'm doing, always working with or for survivors in any capacity that I can for the rest of my life. So I came to Reclaim not really having a community, and left having the most supportive, challenging, and safe community that I have ever known, and some of the most incredible mentors that I've ever had the chance to learn from and work for and alongside. White House came out with a really awesome initiative. It was the Task Force to Protect Students Against Sexual Assault, and they wanted to put out some recommendations, and they wanted to hear from students and survivors, and it was very timely. It was kind of like, this is our moment, we've got to take advantage of this. And so we worked really hard, really long nights, lots of editing, lots of crying, lots of being frustrated, lots of trying to get it right, to communicate to the White House. And we did that through listening sessions, online listening sessions that were held. And we really, really advocated for the fact that we've lost these services, they're incredibly important, and we really need support from the White House to recognize why advocacy is so crucial, why having advocates available to students on college campuses specifically is so important. So we contributed to the White House listening sessions and followed up with a letter to the White House, which we all collaborated on, and I was just amazed by the work of all the peer advocates. It was really inspiring to see everyone come together in that way and advocate at the federal level, essentially, and raising our voices and saying that we know, because we do the work, that this is not the right decision. And so that was a really powerful moment for us, because the White House heard us and they put their recommendations out in April of 2014, and we saw our voices absolutely directly represented in those recommendations. The White House heard that we were saying that advocacy and peer advocacy, campus-based advocacy, confidential campus-based peer advocacy for survivors is important and is key in this conversation. And so that was an empowering moment, I felt. We were told that Lynn Rosenthal, who was the White House advisor on violence against women in the office of the vice president, was going to be coming to our campus for an It's On Us event to speak on this issue, because she had seen our advocacy through the listening sessions and the letter that we had written, and evidently found it important to come and speak. And that was a really exciting moment, because it was like, wow, like someone really heard us, someone really thinks that it's important. And so I would say UC did a lot of prep before Lynn Rosenthal came, but really for the advocates it was just a moment knowing that not only was she going to be speaking in a public forum, but she was also asked specifically to spend some time with us. It's painful to say that I wasn't shocked, because that should be a shocking thing to hear, but it was kind of here we go again kind of thing. I mean, I was devastated because I knew that no matter what conversations were had, no matter what decisions were made, no matter what happened during the school year, it doesn't matter, because if the training is canceled, there's not going to be any advocates. That's what I knew, was that we're not going to be able to do anything without the training. So canceling the training is a huge deal because it's a 40-hour certified rape crisis training, and without that, we can't do the work. So I was devastated, but unfortunately, and I think it's telling, I wasn't shocked. It was totally disempowering. I felt disappointed. I felt like I was not really being included in any decision, because the decision had really been made already, because the training had been canceled. It was really, really hard to go back to school after that summer, because I could not figure out how do I be a student like everyone else, and how do I, fight for survivor advocacy services on the entire campus of UC with my group of, 10, 12, 15, growing group of supporters and people that I was working with. It was just, it felt almost impossible. And I am so grateful to have the support that I did going through that. But as a student, it was like, how do I sit and read this textbook and focus on what I'm supposed to be learning when all I can worry about is the state of advocacy services on our campus? That was tough going back to school that semester. I am really excited to be, finished and receive my master's degree and go into the field and continue the work. But a part of my heart is always a little bit broken because of all of this. I don't know that I can ever really heal from this kind of this pain, but it's an experience that I think I'm trying to learn from. I'm trying to take this experience with me into my career. I'm feeling better, but I'm feeling also there's a constant reminder that there's no Reclaim in the Women's Center. There are no peer advocates on campus still, and it's February, so. This is a demonstration of what I mean when I'm talking about the community, because these are affirming messages that every advocate wrote for every other advocate at one of our celebrations. So this is a message on here from Amy to me. Amy says, "Lauren, you embody this work. You have grown into the advocate, and I respect you so much. Fearless, passionate, honest, authentic, tireless, and resilient. You are what I hope to be, and I know you will continue to shape our movement in powerful ways. You're my Shiro," from Amy. So that's what I feel about her, and that's what I feel about everyone in